Hi, my name is Heidi and I'm from Malaysia. I'm currently 22 years old and I'm pursuing my degree in accounting and finance. I'm also the founder and director of a non-profit organization called Refuge for the Refugees. So what is Refuge for the Refugees and why do we do what we do? Refuge for the Refugees is a non-profit organization that seeks to raise awareness regarding the status of refugees in Malaysia, as well as provide education for refugee children. One of the key reasons why we do what we do is because Malaysia did not sign the 1957 and 1961 Refugee Convention and Protocol. Because of that, refugees are allowed into Malaysia but not given access to basic human rights such as education and job opportunities. But the question then is this: how are families expected to support themselves? How are families expected to provide a shelter and food for their family? How can kids go 5 to 10 years without basic education while waiting to be resettled to a third country? Established in 2012, we're currently in our 5th year running, and we have 35 schools all in. We have 10 schools in Malaysia and 25 schools in Myanmar. With these schools, we strive to provide a holistic, certified and formal education for the children. On weekdays, our schools run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Saturdays, we partner with youth development organizations to run personal development programs and leadership classes with the community. One thing that RFTR is big on is raising awareness regarding the state of refugees in Malaysia. We truly believe that the heart of education is the education of heart, and in order for a community to be able to effectively support the refugees, they first have to be educated on the plight of refugees. With that, we partner with the biggest shopping malls and universities across Malaysia to run awareness campaigns, roadshows, as well as simulation programs. We hope that more and more people are educated about the plight of refugees in Malaysia so that they can learn how to effectively build the community up with us. We truly believe that the essence of community development is bringing a community to a place whereby they no longer need the support of the outside people. With that, we do run 3 different programs outside of our regular classes with the children. First of all, we have a computer class whereby the community can sign up for computer classes and graduate with a certificate after. In these computer classes, they learn the basics of how to use a computer as well as the basics of Microsoft. We cover from Word to PowerPoint, and really we hope that this skill will equip them to be able to get better jobs in the future when they get resettled. Another thing that we do with the community is also run a microfinancing program with the children. The kids are allowed time to explore the internet and find creative items to make. These handiwork are then taken from the kids to be sold at bazaars and awareness campaigns. 80% of these profits goes directly back towards the families, and 20% goes back towards the school. One of the reasons why we do this is because a lot of times our kids work outside, and when they work outside, they get into trouble with authorities. They are face to face with danger. They get mistreated. They get abused. And in order to keep the kids off the streets and still in school, we run microfinancing projects with them so that they can stay in school yet still find a way to earn a living. The third thing that we do with the community is that we have a cooking and baking program with them, whereby we get chefs and bakers to run classes with the community and bake with them and cook with them. We then cater all these baked goods and these items to offices and cafes. This is to help the community find a sustainable way of living. But besides that, we also, on special occasions such as Christmas and Chinese New Year, we have open house activities where people can actually sign up to visit a refugee's home. And during this time with the refugee family, they sit with them to have a meal as well as to listen to their story. One of the reasons why we do this is so that people come to a place of realizing that refugees are just like people like you and I. They have a story to tell. They like hosting people. They are warm, they're generous, and most of all, they deserve to be treated as equals and with respect. It's been an amazing 5 years with the organization. So much has happened within the past 5 years. We've grown from 1 school to 35 schools. We have had kids who couldn't speak a word of English now being English teachers at other refugee schools. And it just gives us so much joy seeing the kids come one whole cycle of just being empowered to empower the next community. And the goal of the organization is to see so much more of that happening. Many more generations rising up and realizing that despite it being hard in Malaysia, despite them not being treated with respect in Malaysia, they are not victims. They they don't just need to rely on handouts from others, but they can play a role in building the community up as well. One of my biggest takeaways from the YSEALI Civic Engagement Program is how to promote unity in diversity and how to champion others so that we can move forward together as a community and not just as an individual. Thank you.